Hi again. So this is Tuesday's video. I'm filming all this week's videos back to back, just because I have time today. I don't have time this week, so that's why. So if you've written comments, and I've read every single one of your comments that you've made so far, some really good ideas for stuff to cover on the channel. If you notice, I think the last two projects have been suggested by people. So please keep them coming. It's really like we're a small community, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today. We're a small school. We're a small community, but we're dedicated. And actually, I have a number of YouTube channels. Some really successful, some not so successful, some in different areas. This is being the only channel. I know I'm tempting fate, but this has been the only channel where every single one of the comments has been really constructive, really nice to read. I have had like a few constructive criticisms and stuff before, but they're really, really well written, and actually I agree with every single one. So how lucky I am to stumble across, even though it's maybe a few hundred people, how lucky I am to stumble across you guys. This is a really, really great community. And I knew that before because on the Clickteam forums, just every single time I've asked for help or I've seen help, I've seen someone else ask for help, just it has been so positive. But today I want to talk about something that I've been thinking for a while, and I think we are probably going to disagree with each other, maybe, or maybe completely agree. The future of Clickteam Fusion, and the future of what is going on. And I have opinions that I never thought I would have, which is really, really strange. So, my biggest thing with Clickteam is it goes on, and it goes on with all guns blazing, and that it's like I think clearly from the people at the top of Clickteam, Yves, and I've butchered that name, I'm sure. And again, I'm not doing any research for this, so I apologise in advance. It's just his name sticks in my head, because ever since I've learned his name, I think everyone I know who lives in France has exactly the same first name. I think including the head of Ubisoft at the time of recording. Yeah, and like they clearly do it because they love it. They don't. I feel that they are not doing it for the money, and that has been so clear throughout all of this. Things they should have charged for a lot more, they haven't at all. I talked yesterday about like my history with it, and I forgot to mention that there was it's just an insane Steam deal that I ended up buying Clickteam Fusion again on Steam with the developer version and with all the exporters, which I had bought previously, but I bought it all again for like 10% of the price, or not even that. I think it was 50 quid, so 60 quid all in for everything. And that was just insane. It was a Humble Bundle, that was it. And it was just insane. And I did it even though I'd already got the stuff because, first of all, it's on Steam, and therefore, things might get updated on Steam that wouldn't get updated on the other one, which has never happened. But I just thought, for 60 quid, whatever. I think I didn't have one of the exporters, so I was like, okay, let's do that. It's kind of irritating because with Steam, you can't have it on two computers at once. And I have a laptop and a desktop, so it's just, you have to log out of one to log into the other, but it's fine. I worry about the future of Clickteam, because the guys at the top are just so amazingly passionate, but obviously not business focused. Perhaps, I don't know. They've been going this long, which is more than most software companies. I know that they're owned by other people, etc. But the fact that the product has been going this long is insane. The levels of support we get when we buy a version of Clickteam, like I've recently updated to Clickteam 2.5, but the version before that lasted 6-7 years or something like that, and 2.5 has lasted 3-4 years even now, and it carries on. Now, in the same time with Adobe, I'm spending £500-600 a year, so sort of $500-600 a year, on the subscription So I've given Adobe over the last decade, five grand, is it? Is that right? Oh no, it's not 5 grand. 2,500 quid, something like that. Thousands of pounds. Let's put it that. I think I was right first time. Anyway, it's been a long day. And you might be thinking, hang on, didn't you say you got a background in maths last? Yeah, I do. Not at weekends, clearly. And I'm filming this on a Monday as well, so that doesn't even make sense. Anyway, I think Clickteam need to be a bit more greedy when it comes to money. I would love Clickteam to announce a subscription, and I'm speaking from someone who has paid for the 2.5, has paid for all the software, but I feel that uh, the progress in Clickteam is really slow. Having said that, I still find it incredibly useful. It's very seldom that I find a function that doesn't exist. And you might say, well, hang on, didn't you do a video where it needed pathfinding and the pathfinder doesn't really work in the way I wanted it to work? Yes, and that was probably the first time in a long time where I've come across something that Clickteam didn't have. I want Clickteam to focus on what it's good at as well. I would dislike it perhaps if Clickteam tried to go further into 3D. I know that the Firefly stuff, some people really like it. I did try it. It's really not for me. I think that Unreal, Unity, like all that stuff is already out there. And the beauty of Clickteam is the simplicity. And that was just not simple at all. And if you're going to learn Firefly, please just go out and buy, or in fact, you can get a subscription for free for Unreal, and I think Unity, unless you're earning £250,000 or whatever, you can just go on there and do it on there, and it's skills you can use anywhere, and it's a system that will be there next year and the year after. I don't think Firefly is necessarily going to last it, although hopefully I'm wrong, because I know there's a lot of people out there who really like that extension. But for me, Clickteam is a 2D platform. I'd like there to be some way of what would I'm going to do a video on what I would like to see in Clickteam in tomorrow's video, perhaps. But I think the main focus of this video was that I want to see them charge. I want to see them make money, because dare I say it, Fusion 3.0, which if you say to any developer for Clickteam on the forums, or anyone who works for Clickteam, they will just be very polite to you, but behind closed doors will be screaming at you. And so probably best not. And actually, I think there was someone who was really aggressive and just really confrontational with Clickteam for these promises. This is what I love about the people who run Clickteam, is they are really passionate. They want to share everything. They want you to be involved. They want you to be sort of in it with them. And that's why it's such a great platform, is it's a community. Like Unreal and Unity are just too big to be a community. There are little subsections of it, I'm sure. But Clickteam, like everyone, I feel, knows each other. And it's a really, really good atmosphere, a really positive atmosphere. But part of that is, if you have these grand plans of overhauling Clickteam Fusion, and they had a update post on their website, which I think the last one's game controllers, and that was about 2 or 3 years ago. Something, again, not researched. I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago. I think that there's a bit of a problem there. Now, in that time, they did release 2.5 plus or whatever it was. So they have released some things, and they've changed the icons and stuff. And that, I don't know. I like the old icons because I know them. I'm a bit like that, maybe a bit conservative. I don't particularly like the new icons that well, but there's obviously a reason that they've changed them, and that's fine. But if they had more money, they would have a bigger team to be able to deliver these things quicker. And I don't know. I've been umming and ahhing about this for ages. I get so much value from Clickteam, and I think if you're watching this, you do too. I would pay for it. And I think we're at a point now where if the team came out and said, look, we're looking at a reasonable amount each month. Now, the other thing as well is they do have a Patreon, and you get an awful lot of value with that Patreon. I don't do the Patreon, which I know is weird, me making this video. I feel like I don't have time. Oh, shush, Siri. I feel like I don't have time to be going down that avenue of. I think it's a great. I've looked into it, and maybe I should join it. I feel like I don't have time to learn or to read all the stuff and learn all the extensions they give away and just get myself involved in that. And maybe I should. I'm gonna be thinking that this week. Anytime I've got a spare moment this week, I'll be like, hang on, so you're saying you should be paying them? I didn't really know whether it's them who runs the Patreon. I assume it is. Maybe write in the comments if you know. I'm umming and ahhing about joining the Patreon now because I'm being a hypocrite, because I'm saying that they should be charging monthly and they have an avenue to pay them monthly for stuff. I think that if they did it with Clickteam, I'd be forced into it and I'd be like, oh, okay, well, that's good. Well, as long as there's a roadmap and as long as there's things releasing, then yeah, fine. I didn't think I'd like paying monthly or annually for Adobe and for Office. Office has been 1,000 million times better because of OneDrive. I would have had to pay more for that amount of space on Dropbox than they're giving away free with a subscription to Office 365. So I've actually gained value there. And the Adobe ones release every single year, which is really annoying because Premiere Pro, I'm always opening the wrong version. But anyway, but they are more stable and they do add more updates and stuff. And they clearly iterate quicker with the subscription model. So I don't know. I'm going to stop there because I'm rambling. So what do you think? Do you think Clickteam should include a subscription model, or do you think that they should charge more, or do you think it should be freemium, that you get the base thing for free and then you pay for the exporters and pay for, you can only get 5 exports a day or something like that? I don't know. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for my next me blabbing on for how long's it been? Oh my goodness, 12 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to stop there and I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's blabby video.